Welcome back to the 5K. Mr. X Boxadon. G-Thing just ended up Nick Gaming able to win it. Nick Game 5 versus Prophecy. Great matchup. But we're going to have Faze versus DT. It's going to be the DT lineup we just saw, and then it's going to be Faze. It's going to be Sensor, Slasher, TCM, and Karma for today's 5K. Very interesting roster.
Very strong roster, too. That sounds like a strong pickup team there. Going up against DT, who we just saw take out XGN. I'd say not a dominating fashion, but it just kind of like from map one, halfway through map one, it just kind of looked like they were going to be winning.
Yeah, they just turned on esports mode, so we can just see if we can get this one going soon. Looking at the bracket, it's going to be E6 at the top, going up against ISO in the top quarterfinal. Orbit plus Fears going up against Purist plus Nelly. They actually defeated AR, so that team is going to be Baby Slush, B Nelson, SYN Jump, and then Purist Evasion. So that's a very talented roster, Fox. And then Elevate going up against Threes Up. That's a pretty good matchup. And then the quarterfinals that we're in down here, it's going to be Faze versus DT. So those are all your quarterfinals. I would assume Faze gets by this DT team. I would assume they would play Elevate. Elevate gets by Threes Up. I would assume... Actually, I don't know what to think in this Orbit match. Orbit versus Purist plus Nelson. Looks like Orbit had a close game versus Saku Gang. It's going to be Happy, Lawless, Fears, and Accuracy today. I don't know. I'll go with the underdog. Give me Purist plus Nelson. And then at the top, I will take... I'm going to take ISO over E6. I think your finals today probably ends up looking something like ISO versus...
You think Purist is going to beat AR?
Elevate. Huh?
You think Purist is going to beat AR?
Oh, they already did.
What?
Yeah.
No, I need to refresh. That's crazy.
Yeah, refresh that Ish Fox.
Wow.
You behind.
Yeah, for sure.
Refresh
all right,
that
now
Ish.
I'm seeing this stuff a lot better.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Game number 1 of this series, though, that's going to get started. Who cares about what's else going on? All we care about is what's going on here.
Yes.
Maven was roasting me hard at Gfinity. Maven was roasting me hard at Gfinity. Maven has no hair. Can't roast anybody. He's 30 years old, and he looks like he's dying. You can't roast somebody if you look like that.
It's amazing, amazing. Top quality banter. Let's see what this Faze squad is going to do off the start. I'm on board with Karma, who's got that ASM1. Beautiful, beautiful diamond camo, only rocking the ASM1. Let's see if this squad plays this any differently than we saw DT play last time. They had 4 subs. We're already seeing 3 subs and 1 AR out of this Faze squad. Yeah,
going to be on board with Karma as he's going to be hosting this one up. For Faze, going to be Sensor flooding into the hill with TCM right off the bat. It's going to be DT, though, coming out strong, picking up 3 kills right at the start of this game. No, we doubted DT into the XGN series. Can't look past them in this one. They have a very good chance. They looked great against XGN. Looked like they had some great teamwork. Fantastic skills. Pretty much everybody slaying across the board for them. They had Stringo going in S&D. Don't think it would have been as close. And you see off the start here, it's going to be a 12-0 lead for them. It's going to be TCM jumping in the hill. He's going to try and break it. He's going to be able to get one. Going to get a second one as well. Going to lay down. Let Slasher pick up the third, but now it looks like Faze coming to life.
Yeah, 3 dead for Team DT. Oh, wow, nice stomp coming out of TCM right there. Khan was able to get 2 kills as well. Now we're going to see a very easy rotation. This should not be too difficult for them to rotate to this new bomb site and pass up that scrap time. That's perfectly fine because they're going to hold this hill down just fine if they can get Slasher in a good position to help them out.
Yeah, Slasher going to try and get in that position. TCM in the hill, holding it down. I feel like TCM is an underappreciated player. Been playing very well for Justice recently.
Absolutely.
Don't think they'll qualify for X Games as they're very far away from being near the top 8. Actually, I think they're like 1 or 2 games off, but I think they have a pretty tough schedule the rest of the way. Be a shame, him and Octane playing very well. Even after they made that trade, they got Merc and Study. They've been looking pretty good, and it's going to be Faze taking the lead here as DT falling pretty far behind.
Yeah, we're seeing Slasher sitting inside the hardpoint with the battle in hand. 1 player coming from red, and then a second one challenging after he gets the kill on the first, so he is going to be taken out. But that's Sensor on the hill with the 2-piece. 3rd player coming just around the corner, playing his cards right, trying to play it slow and careful to sort of fish or sniff Sensor out, and that he does. So Sensor's going to go down. It's going to be Stringo that gets the kill. New hardpoint coming in just 5 seconds. Vicious is already ready for it.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be the DT guys all over this blue hard point. It's going to pop up. Vicious going to be inside of it. He's going to be holding down the back. You can see on the minimap. Everybody, though, starting to flood in. For Faze is going to go on board with TCM. He's going to go up top. 2 players in the hard point, though, for DT. 1 jumping over the doorway. Karma's going to jump in, try and challenge as well. Baker in the hill for DT. Has some teammate support. That's Ben Fearsome over on the other side. But it's going to be DT holding this one down to start off this hard point. It's going to be 30 seconds left on the hill. Going to be important for them to win this one.
Slasher played that so smart. He waited for Karma to come up towards him to challenge the hill instead of pushing it by himself against 3 different people. So that's going to result in Faze taking this hard point. As we see, Sensor and Slasher are the ones to challenge from this DT squad. One coming in, sitting in the corner just out of range for Sensor, who's going to be taken down. And now it's looking like this hill is going to go into the hands of DT, as Vicious and Fearsome are in some good spots to hold it.
Yep. DT made a huge comeback on that hill. We're able to rack up a ton of time, and Stringo wins a gun battle on the other side of the map. That's going to allow them to get control of Green Plat first, and he's just going to run away from Green Plat. Now he's going to go back towards it. Going to have players pushing him through Yellow Tunnel. He's going to get taken out by Karma right at the start of this one. Ben Fearsome on the hill. He's going to drop as well, but you see the guys up base spawning very far away. Sensor, he's going to wait until his teammates get over there and pinch. He's not going to be able to kill anybody. Slasher, he's going to get one, as players to his left and up top on the hill to his right. Going to have one teammate fly in. That's TCM. He's going to try and break. Has more players attacking through Yellow Tunnel. It's going to be Karma down there trying to fight them with Sensor, but now it's going to be in control of Faze's Green Plat Hill.
I gotta say, though, we continue to see DT beat Faze in the rotation so easily and then win those first 1 or 2 engagements. I think we can see this lead slip away from Faze. You know, when they do have to retake it, it takes them a couple of attempts, and that is what is giving DT so much time to come back here, but now it's looking like Faze is still able to hold it down after retaking.
Yeah, Faze is going to try and hold that one down. They did a nice job picking up some of that time they lost on blue on that hill. It's going to be DT trying to control this middle hill first, but it's going to be Faze running in there, taking it over. Karma on a 3 streak, leading the lobby. Actually, not leading the lobby. Farmer Baker actually just goes on a 4 spree. He's going to be leading the lobby. 19, making 20 kills at this moment in time. 20 and 13 for Farmer Baker on a 5 streak. Going to turn around, burn that player coming through. That was TCM. Baker 21 and 14 for DT, really keeping them in the game.
Yeah, and then retake coming from DT was so strong. They came in there and flooded it, and Sensor was the only one left alive with his teammates all spawning out around purple. He had to make a play, but just couldn't. He got shut down by several players. Now we're seeing Faze trying to fight back to regain control. Vicious is going to get the stomp for the 2-piece before Karma takes him out. I think Karma's been getting a lot of important kills on these hills since the game started, playing some great objective work.
Yeah, Karma at UMG Orlando led all players in respawn efficiency. Does a great job, you know, slaying around the objective, and it's so hard to be that good and maintain that positive KD slaying around the objective. It's very easy to just kind of slay, roam around the map, not really have to worry about the objective, you know, killing people as they go towards it. But when you're getting those kills inside the objective, you know, while holding the objective as well, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, for sure. And we're seeing Karma already going right into this hard point. Gets 2 kills before he is taken down. Sensor also going to drop, but Slasher is still on the hard point. Just has to fight one DT player off. But fighting in circle here is just the most claustrophobic, uncomfortable thing in the world. And you can see as Slasher hasn't shot in the past like 10 seconds, he's just trying to make a player come out to him before he gets the kill, and it's immediately traded.
Slasher did a nice job hiding in that corner. Guys on DT had absolutely no idea he was there. Karma trying to hold this down for Faze. He's going to put some shots down, not able to take that player out. He's got teammate support, though. They're able to clean it up. 15 seconds left on this hill. It's going to start to rotate over towards Eskies. There's one player from Faze spawned all the way over there. It's going to be Slasher, and it looks like he's going to elect to just hang out over here in mid-bio, try and get these cuts. Just 2 players in front of him. It'd be great if he was able to pick up 1. Not able to get anybody. It's going to be 3 players. Looks like all 4 now attacking the hill for this DT lineup as they're able to overrun, Sensor in the hill, and take this red Eskies right off the start.
And now we're going to see Faze coming in from green through red. 1 player slipping right by the whole team. That's going to be TCM, who gets 1 kill. Karma also picking up a kill on the hard point. TCM getting the 2-piece. TCM and Karma have gotten so many kills on the hard point.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job, able to really, you know, spearhead the takes back for this Faze lineup. And you see Slasher on the hill. He's going to nade up top, has a player directly above him. Slasher able to pick that player up with the ASM-1. Slasher doing a fantastic job locking this one down, picking up 2 kills, picking up a teammate. Doesn't even matter, going to 1-bullet Karma. It's going to be Slasher sitting at 23 and 18, doing a fantastic job here. Slasher's such a versatile player. ASM-1 or Bal in his hand, very good. 10 seconds left on the red Esky hill. It's going to be Karma up on top of Big Crane, going to be looking down, trying to pick some players off as they come out of purple, trying to get this one locked down in favor of Faze.
All right, and we're seeing Stringo being the only player on the hardpoint, but he is taken out by Sensor and Slasher, who are holding this hardpoint down. Seeing players coming out of purple. I don't know if Slasher spotted the player that's going to be behind him at back purple, but the player that takes out Sensor is going to also jump up on those boxes and take out Slasher for the 2-piece before he is not traded. TCM could not win the gunfight. Stringo killing 3 players and still sitting on this hardpoint.
Yeah, Stringo gets a 3-piece. Karma, though, he's going to be on the streak of his own. Karma, 33 and 26 at this moment in time. OG's actual 4th player couldn't go to Gfinity. Has not received, some of the passport papers they needed yet. Sure, the next Gfinity Karma will be at, and he's always played well at international events. Definitely expect that OG lineup to be very strong once he's inserted back in. Enable did a fantastic job filling in, though.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they won the event, and Enable had to have been doing something right for the squad, so props to them for winning Gfinity. We're seeing Sensor and Karma just holding this scrap time down. You got to expect one of them to leave here soon after this one DT player pushes. That's going to be Sensor that gets the kill, and it's probably going to start rotating just as this hill switches. It looks like no one really has too much control over this hill, as only 2 Faze players surround it, and they're about to be faced by 2 DT players coming out of Orange Tunnel, and that's going to be Vicious that takes out TCM. Fearsome is going to be the player to jump onto the hill, but TCM gets the 2-piece just as he spawned up.
Yeah, and he's going to pick up a 3rd as well. That was in the hill. 1 player from DT trying to push out towards circle, trying to lock it down. That was Stringle, but it's going to be Sensor and Karma with kills in the kill feed. Slasher's going to pick up 1 as well. Slasher's going to pick up 2, and that is a full hold for this Faze lineup. They're going to be able to push out these spawns. Does not look good for DT here in the first map.
Oh no, I mean, once Faze started rotating early and getting the initial time on the hills, that's when this deficit started to become so much bigger for DT to overcome, and it's just getting overwhelming at this point. The game is over. It's mathematically impossible. DT is now just playing to play, honestly. I mean, we're just going to keep seeing Faze pick them up and put them down over and over again. This map is going in their favor.
Players play, Fox. That's what they do. They're going to keep playing.
Player play on. Slasher gonna get a 2-piece. Karma and Sensor rounding out the last 2 players as 4 dead, and we're gonna see all 4 of members of Faze sitting inside of Square for this next hard point. This game is over. Really, it was only close at first because Faze was not getting the initial time on the hard points, and they were just fighting for scrap time and then, retaking over and over again. But once they started to rotate early and, beat DT to it, that's what really gave them this W.
Yeah, Baker had a very nice game for DT. He's gonna finish, looks like he's 36 and 35 right now. Expect him to kind of finish around that area. You're going to have Karma. He's going to be 42 and 32, 7 caps to his name. TCM and Sensor both did fantastic jobs putting pressure on the hill. Slasher, we hardly talked about it. Maybe a little bit over on Red Eskies. He's going to finish near 40. Probably picks up a 40 bomb. Imagine he's going to get, he's going to be able to get a 1 kill right here. Yep, Slasher's, oh no, never mind. Slasher doesn't get his 40, so Slasher's going to finish with 39. It's going to be a Faze win here on map number 1, 221 to 133.
Yeah, just a very strong game coming out of Karma. I want to mention him a bit because he was just entering and exiting the hill all the time, getting entry kills, leaving, coming back over and over again to hold the hill down, giving Sensor that opportunity to sit on the hill and just milk it for his team, and that's what's going to lead them to win by almost 100 points. Yep,
fantastic job from Faze there in that first hard point against DT in this quarterfinal matchup. When we come back, we'll have the search and destroy. Stay tuned.